My name is Jess Radcliffe, and I got connected to Branch when we were still at Connections. My parents decided to look for something a little bit more. We were missing some things in our faith journey, and we heard about Branch Life, and we wanted to check it out. And from that moment on, we continued coming. My spiritual journey has been pretty much my whole life. When I was a kid, we attended a Catholic church in Phoenixville, and I've always kind of been connected to God, but I found myself feeling pushed away often, attending classes and things like that. I always felt like I could ask questions as a child and then sometimes be questioned or made fun of for the questions that I was asked. And I kind of experienced that church hurt. So I started to step away, and I didn't really understand God for a really long time. I can remember vividly in my teenage years asking my dad, we were driving down the road. I don't know where we were going, but we were driving down the road, and I can remember asking him questions about God, but not being sure how to take the answer. I was always anxious and unsure of the unknown, and that terrified me. So I was constantly asking questions about God and who he was and why we should trust in him, but never totally sure what trusting in him felt like and how to trust in something that I couldn't see. When I was 17, I went through a lot of experiences that I would never wish on a person. And my life kind of came to a point where I didn't really want to be here. I was kind of over the world and the things that it was throwing at me. And I started making a plan. One day, my best friend, my childhood best friend, reached out to me out of nowhere. We hadn't talked in a very long time. And she randomly sent me a text message and said, I felt like you needed to hear this right now. And she sent me Romans 8:18. The pain and suffering that you're feeling now is nothing in comparison to the joy that is coming. And she saved my life in that moment. It wasn't an easy turnaround. It wasn't instantaneous. But from that moment on, I knew that God was real, and he stepped in that moment. And he showed me that there is love and mercy and support and goodness in the world. And from that moment forward, I turned around and I wanted to learn. And I wanted God to be a part of my life. And it wasn't necessarily an easy journey. There was a lot of questions and moments where I said, why, God? Why is this happening? Or why to me? Or I don't understand. But I have good parents who would point me back to him and helped me understand why things happen and that he has a plan, and it's all to teach us something and to try us. And then once I started to become connected to Branch Life, I got involved in the worship team. I've met a lot of really great people, and they've really truly helped me just grow and evolve in my spiritual journey and be more confident in sharing the gospel and getting to know God and asking questions. I'm no longer fearful to ask those questions because I know I should be asking them instead of just turning away or walking away. Supporting me in my baptism today is my dad. I don't know if he was expecting me to ask him. I kind of looked at him the other day and I was like, hey, will you dunk me? And he just kind of laughed. He was like, if you want me to. But he's always been the one who, if I'm struggling, I will go to him. And even if I'm not looking for the maybe ask God or pray about it kind of answer, that's what he gives me. And that's what I know I need to do. And if I lose sight of that, he's pretty good at stepping in and reminding me.